My dad said schools are basically prisons. They keep kids locked up physically and mentally, prepare them for jobs that are also basically prisons until they retire and go to a nursing home. Their final prison.
School is not a prison.
Can I leave whenever I want to?
It's a little like a prison.
Can anyone explain to me how I have 2 degrees? I have 2 degrees. Oh, and a certificate. A little extra, right? I have a certificate. May not be a master's, but it's something extra, along with the 2 degrees, you know? I'm trying to apply for jobs right now, and the thing is that the only person I have responding to me is a man from a tech company saying, hey, you want to answer some customer service problems? You want to answer some customer service calls?
Do you know why people don't think it's easy to make $1 million? Because they go to school. And school is the worst thing you can send your children to. I said that. The whole school is cool, keep kids in school, that is propaganda, and here's why. Do you know who founded and funded the General Board of Education? John D. Rockefeller. Do you know what he said? Yep, he said, I am not in the business of making a nation of thinkers, I'm in the business of making a nation of workers. Everything you learn in school, every single solitary thing about how to think, you learn because school has taught you to think that way. They taught you to think like an employee. They taught you to think like a poor person, because if everyone was rich, the economy would fall apart. Therefore, we can't have too many rich people, so what do? We put kids into indoctrination camps to show them how to be an employee. And then they go out in the world and they think like an employee, so they stay an employee. They don't become entrepreneurs. They don't become rich.
Salary is the drug they give you when they want you to forget about your dreams, because it's very easy to stay in that world where somebody is mitigating your risk. You just have to perform certain tasks, do them well for a third of your day, and they will feed you a salary.
So the whole educational system in and of itself is a scam. They use feminism and the whole women's rights bullshit to get everyone's children into the indoctrination machine. They keep you there as long as possible. They want you to finish in debt, because then you gotta get a fucking job and become a good slave. But they don't teach you anything of value. Nobody learns anything of value in school. And everybody intrinsically knows this. Even the people who disagree with me, I said, if you see me pull up in my Bugatti in a gas station, do you look at me and think, wow, he went to school? Fuck no. You think drug dealer, gangster, scammer. Yeah. You think I'm doing something illegal because you understand if I was staying within the paradigms of the system, I couldn't have possibly achieved this. The only way you can fathom I've done it is by imagining me as an outlaw. Because you know within the paradigms of society, I shouldn't have even fucking done it. That's how much you know school's a scam. You don't look at someone rich and respect them thinking he went to school. The people you are learning from in school aren't even fucking rich. Your business professors never had a business. They're brokies.
What keeps people broke in today's world? Lack of financial education. You know, I was never a great student in school, but the schools simply do not teach you what to do when you get out of school. They teach you how to be good at history, math, science, and so on and so forth. They teach you how to get into college, but they don't teach you how to get a mortgage, how to balance a checkbook, what to do with credit card debt, what's good debt, what's bad debt, why you should be buying a business, not buying a damn jet ski. That's what they don't teach you.
You don't need college to learn stuff, okay? Everything is available basically for free. You can learn anything you want for free. It is not a question of learning. Colleges are basically for fun and to prove you can do your chores, but they're not for learning. You know, Gates is a pretty smart guy, he dropped out. Jobs is pretty smart, he dropped out. You know, Larry Ellison, smart guy, he dropped out. I'm like, obviously not needed.
So,
did Shakespeare even go to college? Probably not.
I was raised to believe if you don't go to school, you can't get a good job. I hadn't gone to school. I didn't have a good job. I owned the whole company. So then I started to think, I wonder how many things I believe are not true.
Fuck school. I don't know why we still even have this whole fucking, this outdated concept of school to just build workers. Because we know what the fuck school was made for. Why are we pretending? We know school was created to create workers. Do you still know? What the fuck is X?
No fucking idea.
Bro, I'm still waiting. I'm like, when have I in my life as an adult known what the fuck X is?
Yeah.
No fucking idea. A lot of useless information got passed on to me in school. And I sucked at school because I was shit at memorizing.
Same.
I didn't really learn anything. Dropouts, as we do.
Cheers.
Drop out, my man. Cheers. School doesn't teach you much, honestly.
I think the education system should teach students and individuals realize, hey, what are our gifts? How can we make the world a better place? How can we deliver value to the marketplace? How can we be the best that we could be? Not just academically, Because right now, again, the school system, if you're not good with memorizing things, if you're not good at math, oh, then you're a bad student. But now there's so many research out there, people can Google on the internet, there's so many different forms of intelligence. Not everybody's meant to do just be an accountant, or be a lawyer. What if the person has talents to be a dancer, to be an athlete, to be a singer, to be an inventor, to be whatever?
Here's a modern day phone. Recognize it? Here's a phone from 150 years ago. Big difference, right? Stay with me. Here's a car from today. And here's a car from 150 years ago. Big difference, right? Well, get this. Here's a classroom of today. And here's a class we used 150 years ago. Now ain't that a shame? In literally more than a century, nothing has changed. Yet you claim to prepare students for the future? But with evidence like that, I must ask, do you prepare students for the future or the past? But today, we don't need to make robot zombies. The world has progressed, and now we need people who think creatively, innovatively, critically, independently, with the ability to connect. See, every scientist will tell you that no two brains are the same, and every parent with 2 or more children will confirm that claim. So please explain why you treat students like cookie cutter frames or snapback hats, giving them this one-size-fits-all crap.
Watch your language.
Sorry, Your Honor. But if a doctor prescribed the exact same medicine to all of his patients, the results will be tragic. So many people would get...
Well, if you want to be rich and happy, don't go to school. Because schools teach you things to be not successful. And the biggest one is they punish you for making mistakes. Well, a baby cannot learn to walk unless a baby falls down. Or you can't ride a bicycle without falling off. But if a kid went to school to learn how to walk, a baby, they'd never walk because they'd punish him. Oh, you fell. Bad kid, bad kid. You fall off your bike, bad. And most school teachers are poor because they're afraid of making mistakes. Yeah, I'm not really religious, but it seems to me that God created us to learn by making mistakes. But our schools punish you for making mistakes. The second big mistake schools do is if you cooperate, it's called cheating.